Good evening. This is HBM's Cryptid-Corner special Saturday edition for August 13th, 2016. We got a lot to cover, so let's get started. From our good friends over at Squatchable.com, we have several things to discuss. We have something called corn squatches. Now, apparently, according to the description, you can see eyes at 2 minutes 16 seconds into this video. Well, pareidolia can play some tricks on you, so some really dirty tricks sometimes. And I'm surprised they didn't say anything about ears, seeing ears, as in ears of corn. I know, bad pun, I know, but no, this is. I mean, you can look into a field of corn and you can see just about anything that that you can imagine. I mean, it's like looking at clouds. You can look at a cloud and imagine that a cloud has a shape of this, or this. Yeah, I have to say I'm very skeptical about this claiming to see eyes in a cornfield. If you see the eyes in the cornfield, go into the cornfield, and if there is a Sasquatch there, see if you can spook it to run. You might actually get some pretty good footage. Yeah, I'm very skeptical of this claim, I have to say. I've not listened to this interview yet, but apparently there's a fellow named Jeff Robinson who is a member of the BFRO, and he discussed some scientific methods used to validate the existence of Sasquatch or Bigfoot. What I'll most likely do is I'll listen to the interview, and then next week I'll give you all my impressions on what I heard. So when I do a next episode, by the way, I'm going to be going back to weekly since we're getting into the fall season and everything. Apparently, a group of Sasquatch researchers, some of the more, shall we say, controversial individuals in the Bigfoot field, those who believe in having a teacher, and saying that their teacher comes into their bedroom at night, and all that. Well, we'll just call them the woo element. I don't mean as in Ric Flair, as in woo. I don't mean that kind of woo. But no, they recently went to Deduct Springs, to the location of the Paul Freeman Bigfoot film location. That's assuming that Paul Freeman's footages are actually authentic and not men in suits. But they apparently went there. I wonder if they had experiences with their teacher and also with alleged paranormal stuff. Now, I know I'm making a little bit of light of it about the paranormal stuff and the teacher and all that. And it's not my intention. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to cut anybody down. It's just I kind of find it hard to swallow that somebody has a Sasquatch for a teacher, and that they experience it coming to their bedroom and telling them, giving them advice and all this stuff. I just don't go along with that. I mean, they're free to believe that. I'm not saying they're not free to believe it, but Jeff Meldrum made an interesting point on a documentary. He said, "I cannot subject that to scientific scrutiny." And he's correct. You can't subject that kind of stuff to scientific scrutiny. I mean, yes, you can claim that you experience mind speak and that you experience orbs that may be Sasquatches or whatever. But myself, and I'm just speaking for myself, I have to see the evidence. I have to experience it for myself. I'm not just going to accept it at face value. I mean, right now I'm reading a book by Kathy Blunt, and she claims to have quite a few paranormal experiences in that book. I'm not trashing her, I'm not putting her down, but these are things that I personally have not experienced. If she believes she has experienced those things, it doesn't have any effect on me. It does not affect my life if somebody else claims to have a paranormal experience. So I don't really take it as personally as maybe some researchers do. Some researchers tend to, bash and badmouth those who claim to have paranormal experiences with Sasquatch and all that. I'm just not that way. And I mean, look at Beachfoot. Beachfoot a few weeks ago, we had people from all sides of the spectrum as far as Sasquatch research is concerned. We had everybody from flesh and blood to paranormal and everything like that, and everybody checked their egos at the door, which I think is a positive thing. It's a good thing that Todd was able to invite these people, even if he personally disagrees with their theories. He was able to have them there anyway. I mean, Ron Moorhead's presentation was the final one that Saturday night, and he did get into the woo realm, as it were. But there were no snide remarks, nothing, nasty said to him or anything like that. People were free to agree or disagree. But there was no nasty things said to him or anything like that. So, I mean, if we can come together as a community and not be nasty to each other, even if we disagree, we can disagree respectfully with somebody without getting personal with them or getting nasty with them. We'll just put it that way. And yeah, there may be those who do get nasty with us, those who are on the paranormal side. Well, maybe the reason they get nasty with others is because those people get nasty with them. Just saying. I do want to highlight a recently, I guess it's a relatively new blog. It's from the fine folks at the Mid-America Bigfoot Research Center. It's bigfootfieldguide.blogspot.com, and they got all kinds of great stuff there. They got all kinds of cool stuff. They've got links to to a database. They got MABRC Cast Exchange program. They have ways. They show you how to plan and execute a MABRC expedition. There's hoax presentations as far as what to look for. Look out for the hoaxers. Listening. I mean, there's all kinds of great field tips on this website, on this blog. I mean, they've essentially brought their MABRC materials over to this blog, and it's great. I mean, I highly recommend it. It's tremendous. It's terrific. That's bigfootfieldguide.blogspot.com. Finally, today I want to talk about the upcoming International Bigfoot Conference, which is coming up in Kennewick, Washington, September 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And it looks like it's going to be a great event. And they've already announced two special guests, Cliff Barrickman and Bob Gimlin. Should be a good one. The website is internationalbigfootconference.com. Now, I'm going to click on the speakers list. Let's see here. It'll come up. Okay, the speakers list is Dr. Jeff Meldrum, Dr. John Bindernagel, Lauren Coleman, Adam Davis, Ken Gerhard, Derek Randalls, Todd and Diane Neese, Ron Moorhead, Shane Corson, and Gunnar Monson, the co-hosts of Monster X Radio, also members of the Olympic Project, Mitchell Townsend, Stacy Brown Jr., Kirk Brown, Becky Cook, and Misty Alabaugh. Now that's a pretty star-studded list, I have to say. Although I might leave at least one of those names off my speakers list anyway. I won't say which one, but I think y'all can probably guess. A certain individual who claims that he and his father got a thermal footage of a Sasquatch. Same guy who said an alligator arm was a Sasquatch arm. Yeah, that guy. Anyhow, but it does promise to be an interesting event. I wish I could attend. Unfortunately, no, I'm not able to, but should be a great event for those who are attending. And that's going to do it for this week's special edition of HBM's Crypto Corner. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Mark DeWorth says there's going to be an announcement probably next month on the first speaker for the 2017 Ohio Bigfoot Conference, which promises to be big. Now, of course, I think it's going to be big because it's the 50th anniversary of the Patterson-Gimlin film. And there most likely will be some kind of a reflection of that at the event as well. So until next week, y'all be good or be good at it. This has been HBM's Crypto Corner.